So I recently got engaged, and we're reading this book called When Sinners Say I Do by Dave Harvey. And I'm in chapter 2, and something really sat with me. And it's this part. It says, I recognize the enormity of my sin, seeing myself as the worst of sinners, that I understand I have been forgiven much. That's when biblical reality begins to make sense. I start to see God as he truly is. His vastness becomes bigger than my problems. His goodness comes to me even though I am not good. And his wisdom and power are visible in the perfect way he works to transform me from the inside out. And what he's saying here is sometimes as Christians, we can let small sins in on a daily basis. And then when we do that, when we become comfortable with small sins, we start to forget the magnitude of what Jesus did on the cross for us and what the enormity of sin is, right? Sin ultimately leads to death. And when we recognize that, when we truly accept that, we understand how much Jesus did on that cross for us, right? It could be easy to forget. It could be easy to forget the weight of what Jesus did for us. It says here in Luke 7:47, therefore I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, as her great love has shown. But whoever has forgiven little loves little. When we forget how much Jesus did for us on that cross, we start to not take it as serious. We start to allow sin into our lives. So we have to remember the weight of sin. And this book really hits home on that. We are sinners. We are sinners. Forgiven, yes, but sinners nonetheless. So we have to understand that our nature is sinful. And we have to remember that good things come from God. Everything that is good in us comes from God. So we cannot let the weight of sin be portrayed as small. We have to remember that sin leads to death, and Jesus did everything for us on that cross by taking on that punishment. So we have to remember the magnitude of his sacrifice. So in doing so, remember how much we have been forgiven.